Well, good morning, Business 20 students. This is Mr.D, and this is week number 3 in our 8-week fall 2022 class of business mathematics here at Norco College. And I wanted to go over a few things with you from last week, as well as prepare you for what's in store for this week, week number 3. So I'm going to share my screen. Here I am on our homepage in Canvas. And of course, we're starting module number 2 this week, because we finished module 1 yesterday. So here we are in module number 2, week 3, but I'm just going to back up a little bit because I do want to talk about a couple of things from last week. Just as a reminder, each week you need to do the Read Me First section of the homework. So you have to watch the announcements video. You have to read the Read Me First and mark it as done at the bottom. You need to help Sienna read that and mark it as done as well at the bottom. Then on the study pages, you have to review the study page for each of the chapters. So chapter 6 last week, and mark that as done. And then the same thing with chapter 7, mark that as done. Then once you've marked all of those as done or viewed, then you're able to get to the actual assignments that you need to do. So keep that in mind. Every week it's the same. I force you to watch those things because they all relate to the bigger picture of what we're doing with business mathematics. So here we are again, as we come into week number 3. Here is the video that you're watching now. Then you have the Read Me First for week number 3, so you need to mark that as done. It's going to explain how chapters 8 and 9 tie into business as a whole. And then the Help Sienna week 3 is going to show you what problems Sienna needs help with so that she can solve her mathematical problems for her business. So you must mark both of those as done. And then here we have a study page for chapter 8 and a study page for chapter 9. And both of those must be marked done as well in order for you to access the check-in assignment and then the case study that we'll be starting this week and then the quiz for this week. So if you remember, last week you finished your case study number 1 on working on choosing a bank, helping Sienna choose a bank. All it was doing was figuring out, how much was the checking account going to cost every year, which one was the cheapest, by following the terms in which they have for each of the different banks. So I do have a case study of me working that out. If you didn't see that, it was already there, and I have me working it out in Zoom. So you could have watched that and got the answers if you didn't. But this week, again, you're going to watch the video. You're going to do the Read Me First. You're going to do the Help Sienna. And then you're going to do the study pages. Now, in the study pages, just so you know, there's no Zoom session this week, but I already have videos right here of me working out problems on chapters 7, actually right here, chapters 8. I'm working out all these sections of the book in this video, and I'm working out all these sections 8.5 to 8.8 in this video, and I'm working out all these sections 8.9 to 8.12 in this video. So they're all anywhere from 15 to 30, 20-minute videos, me working out all the problems in each of these sections. And then if you need more help, there's some other additional videos at the bottom. So make sure that you're watching the videos that I've provided. I do a little video here explaining how 6, 7, and 8 all relate to one another when I'm using the different formulas. It may be confusing to some of you because if you didn't catch the formulas in the last video in chapter 6, then you might not understand where we're going with chapter 8. But nonetheless, all the videos I've done are already here, so I'm not going to be doing any Zoom sessions this week. Just please make sure you utilize those, but that's going to be covering chapter 8, and the same thing on chapter 9. I have a single video of me working through all of these 9.2 through 9.7 problems. And remember, you don't have to do everything. Whatever sections I'm calling on here are the only sections you need to do, and that's the only thing that the quizzes and the check-in assignments are going to be based on, is those sections that I am identifying for you. And of course, you have the PowerPoints in here as well with the screens referenced. So anyway, once you've read and studied and done all that for week number 3, I want to remind you of the check-in assignment. Now, last week, I only had about a third of the students that actually completed the check-in assignment before Saturday morning. The whole goal of this is to have some interaction with me. So if you turn it in by Thursday, I will give you feedback, typically by Friday afternoon. This last weekend, I did have a little trouble, and I apologize. But I will give you a feedback, and I'll show you where you went wrong, and I'll send you the answers. And you don't have to get them correct in the check-in assignment. The check-in assignment is just that you're making a good attempt to try and solve the problem, and then I will direct you where to go to fix it as best I can. So that's the purpose of the check-in assignment. But if you don't do it by Thursday, I may not get to your assignment at all until Monday or Tuesday. So you won't get any feedback before you take the quiz. So the idea here is that you do your check-in assignment first, get it in by Thursday, let me grade it, then you'll see where you went wrong, and then you can take the quiz, and you're going to be that much more prepared to take it. So that's kind of the plan. That's how it works. And then again, you're going to be starting a brand new case study. Every case study runs 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to complete this, and it starts this week, and it's the bride, the groom, and the taxman. And I'll tell you right now, it has a lot to do with what's called the percentage method of payroll. And so I'm going to show you right here. I did do a video on that right here, me working out the percentage method of payroll. That's the one you really need to watch because a lot of students get confused. You have to use charts that are in your book or charts that are provided in the check-in assignment. So make sure that and there's also charts provided in this problem here. So make sure that you use those charts and that you follow the process for finding the federal income tax and all the rest that is required in these assignments. That's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be figuring out federal income tax and Social Security and all the rest in a payroll check. So that's what Chapter 9 covers. So that's pretty much it then. I just wanted to give you a quick brief review of what you should be working on. Again, there is no Zoom session, but I have everything in those videos in the study pages, so make sure you watch those. If you have any questions or struggles, don't hesitate to reach out to me. This is a fast-moving class. There's a lot of different concepts, and I apologize. I had to skim it out as much as I could, but had to leave the core stuff. So what you're getting is what this course requires, minus a few things, honestly. So, do your best. Don't slack in this class because you will quickly fall behind.